Hello and welcome to another episode of Malt Magic of More. We weren't here last week, but we're back this week and we're sexier than ever. It's the After the Show show. I've just noticed in the titles how short your long hair was when we did that title sequence.
Mine, yeah, it's crazy. It's also like you can see how much my like facial hair just changes throughout that introduction.
What we need to do, we need an image of each of us at the start of each session like this, and then do like a time lapse of how we change.
That'd be really cool, actually.
That'd be very really cool. Maybe that will be something we do.
For the last year Shotgun not doing that.
I literally have all of the footage. I will pull it together.
Yeah, my hair's probably gone and then back out. And then
mine will have just gone vroom, 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 just the entire time.
The facial hair, however, would still be non-existent.
Mine will hopefully just very slowly have grown out, ever so slowly. And also, it'd have been it's just going to be like some sort of strobe effect with all of our t-shirts just changing. Like,
yeah. Speaking of t-shirts,
I was going to say we need to give a shout out to Kirik's t-shirt.
Yes, look at that. Oh,
somebody noticed it on the stream on Monday night. They noticed it on the chat and was like, "Oh, I've just noticed Kirik's t-shirt."
Yeah, it's cool. It was from an Etsy shop that I just ordered it.
We shall have to get some more.
Yes, I need to share the link with you guys. It was awesome. Super comfy as well.
Support that small business.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. All for that.
I would like.
So, I suppose we better start on last week's episode, where we superbly managed to get ourselves into a fight.
And then totally dismantled a goblinoid warband.
A battalion of So
it was a small warband.
At the end of the episode, Matt was like, there was supposed to be enough of them to discourage you from fighting them. And I'm like, I don't think there'd ever be enough to discourage us from fighting them.
I don't know. Next time, I'm just going to throw 30 of them at you and see what the fucking... what happens.
Honestly, I think that what we gauge how we're doing. Let's take it back to when we fought the Death Knight and Theogodin. We knew we were in deep shit, but we knew we had to stop him. If that type of damage was being dealt to us by those hobgoblins and gnomes, we would have fucked off. I think the fact that Andrew had run away, Kirik wasn't getting damaged, I wasn't taking any damage, and Bothrid had raged, meant that we just went, fucking bring it on. Just like, we will clean you guys out. And so, and also, you somehow were obviously playing Kirik as the, have we shown you it's not going well, guys? That it was like, alright, we'll just crack on. Very much in the realms of, we'd like you to run away, please. But yeah, when you're going up against an idiot group like that, it's not always going to work.
Yeah.
The goblinoids. They're after one thing: war and conquest.
True.
I think there was a lot of like the fact that it was not only that we weren't taking damage, it was the fact that like most of us, I think Anders the one with the lowest AC at the moment. What's your AC, like 14? 16? That's still pretty high.
16.
But like we just weren't getting hit. They just weren't like getting to damage. If we'd gotten to the first round. You took
my damage dealer out in one hit before he even had a chance to do it.
I was about to say, and as you do fair, I was actually in a position of AC of 16, so I would have been in realms of being damaged, and if that magic guy had made it in, I could have definitely been fucked. And yeah, so maybe it was quite clutch that you took him out in one hit, and that actually did. Maybe the whole fight was round that natural 20.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. From the moment they like dropped in with an AOE, I was like, no, like, that needs to be the first priority.
Yeah,
and there was a lot. There was a lot of stuff going on through my head. I was like, oh, I can just dimension door up there, or like bring someone with me, because I think at that point I was quite close to Ander. And I was like, just bring Ander with me or something, or bring someone else with me. But then he was in range. I was like, I might as well just try and hit him, see what it looks like. And I just rolled natural 20, which was lucky. I think I rolled 2 nat 20s in that fight, didn't I?
You did,
Yeah,
indeed.
that really did help. And Bothrid fucked a couple up. Well,
Yeah,
I think Bothrid was the true definition of a damage sponge that episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he was taking arrows, he was taking javelins, spears, bloody sword strikes, was just shrugging it all off. Because let's be fair, hobgoblins and goblins are like level 1, level 2 monsters.
Yeah, they're quite
we just
low.
put a lot of them in and added in some variants and some different flavours.
yeah.
There was a warlord, there was a captain, there was a... I forget the name of the actual spellcaster variant now. But they are rare.
Was the
warlord
warlord the dire wolf or whatever we call them? Sorry.
The warlord?
I think that was the
No,
last
the
one, wasn't
warlord was the guy that Bothrid took his head off.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it was. I was going to say
The warg.
that was it.
So the big warg. Do I tell you this?
Gee.
No. I'm gonna keep that one in my pocket. The big
Cool.
warg is something special, is all
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah.
The other wargs were just standard wargs, which you get with goblinoids. They're usually ridden by goblins every now and again. Yeah, I did a lot of research on goblins and hobgoblin culture for that specific creation of the warband, and you just shout all over it.
What happens? It's fine. You get to throw a
great.
dragon at us within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Everything's gonna.
All depends
True,
on where you
true.
go.
Yeah, I mean... Go on, Danny.
I was just going to say, I was just happy that I actually managed to use disguise self and convince them I was a goblin. and
That
it
was
actually went well.
so good.
Honestly, I think we...
So good.
we missed an entire encounter then.
Yeah.
Because they just fucked off. You convinced them to just bugger off. That was absolutely amazing. And can I also just point out that you did put slow on it and it worked? You did do Dissonant Whispers and it worked. Right? Slow saved my arse. I mean...
slow.
3 attacks a go. It's worth it for that.
Yeah.
For creatures just to stop them attacking more than once.
Anything when it's a creature with claws is when you usually find those 3 attacks coming, that multi-attack. And I think slow is just so useful to try.
And it's
So
actually
amazing.
one of the
So
only
it's
times
amazing.
that I've come across creatures that are likely to fail a wisdom save. They don't happen very often to us.
That's a very good point. Yeah, again, that's a really interesting one. That, taking that dumb creature with multi-attack, you couldn't have gone better. That was brilliant.
Because I'm not going to be able to do slow on Zapanir, am I? That's not going to work.
No, you get a legendary resistance regardless.
Yeah, she probably has that.
Well, there's only so many, and creatures only have there's a maximum number of legendary.
Yeah, no, but
resistances
also
that any creature can have.
doesn't Ander have like two spell slots for it anyway or something?
That's
Yeah,
the
two
thing
slots.
though. We haven't had a fight yet where like we need to chop down the legendary resistances, because that's a really interesting like. Because you need to cast something that is big enough that the target doesn't want to fail, but not so big that you're not wasting your best spell.
Yeah, and
it's a really interesting
and that kind of
aspect.
puts me out because otherwise, because I'm fairly, you know, I can't really go sacred flame on them and burn a legendary resistance. That's not gonna do much. Guiding bolt at second level, well no, that's a to hit
it's
anyway.
Not saving throw. But like slow is a really good one to burn legendary resistances on, because like it's not huge spell. Obviously, it's like I think it is. Is it your highest spell slot at the moment?
It's a 3rd level spell, yeah.
Yeah. So like, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not like the biggest thing, but also is something that you definitely don't want to fail. Like, just not.
Yeah. In fact, it might be that burning a legendary resistance with slow, as you say, may help you, Kirik, eventually hit with something just nasty.
Like, just something.
I mean,
something pretty big.
Can you just banish Zapineer?
But that's what you've got to burn those legendary resistances for. That's what you've got to burn them for.
Yeah.
You've got to bear in mind that saves us a minute. That saves us a minute.
Yeah.
You know, so
I also have a spell that I haven't used yet because it's quite high level, and it's like the opportunity didn't really show itself yet. But it's a spell that, and also it's a touch spell, so I need to be like up there to cast it. But it's pretty good. It's called Contagion. So like, if you hit target, the target becomes poisoned, and then it has to do saves until it either completes 3 or fails 3. So that's another really good burning legendary resistance.
Yeah. You need to do that first off, and then 3 rounds.
But it's a touch spell, so like I need to if we're talking about something like Zapineer's, like I need to get up in Zapineer's business and then like.
Yeah, but surely that. I know you being around within it. Oh no, you could. Ooh.
Yeah, but I could use my pass without a trace, and you could sneak up to her and do it.
Yeah, in a.
Yeah, but in a combat scenario, here's an interesting one. Could you cast Contagion, and then use your object to use the cape as your action surge to bugger off out of there?
If I had action surge by then that's possible.
Just out of interest, could you? Because I was like, you can't. It's not a bonus action; it's an action, isn't it? So, but if you could do both of them, because one's technically using an object. I think
it is casting a spell, but like with action surge, you could cast 2 spells.
Sorry, you recently worked that out last week, didn't you? Yeah, you worked that out.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
I think once Kira gets action surge, Matt and I are just going to sit down and be like, "What? How are you ruling this?"
Yeah.
How are we doing it? Because I don't mind. It's just that there's so many things on. Like even like Jeremy Crawford is answering and be like, "That's super confusing, dude." Like I don't even understand what you're saying at the moment. You can do 2 spells but not bonus actions. It's just like, okay, what? But it's weird.
Yes or no, Jeremy?
Basically. But yeah,
that's
and then on Monday we had. What did we do? What did we have? I already forgot.
Right. Question. What were those 3? Yeah. What were those 3?
Yeah.
Ice trolls.
Yes.
Ice trolls.
Ice trolls.
Now, right.
So it was the fire damage that stopped their thing.
So it was going to be fire or acid damage would have done the trick.
Right. And
fire and radiant. I was just like
just to not fuck us over.
Creature.
But they couldn't have got back up, could they? Did we do enough damage in our final rounds, or because trolls can get back up?
Dusted. Let's say one of them's dusted, another one's head exploded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the other one's inside.
The other one doesn't have a kidney.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was just double checking from the ruling of trolls usually get back up, which is fucking annoying, and they even did to us in like our second episode. So.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was a long one.
Yeah. I think we did well against some trolls actually.
I think it was all right, and again, it was one of those clutch moves of, for the love of God, don't get near, because, and I'm glad I said that, because obviously even I wasn't realizing how much damage they could be doing, because I was even missing the fact that I was near them was going to cause you guys damage, which
also,
wasn't me.
The fact that you weren't taking any of that cold damage and
no save against disadvantage on the attacks and stuff, because that was insane. And also obviously I realised that he'd had no short rest, so all my fighter and warlock stuff, none of it. Right, I I did 2 of my superiority die maneuvers because I only had 2 left out of 5. So I've used I have used everything that I have. My action surge was used last time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used all my. I only get my bardic inspiration back on a short rest.
Yeah.
But this is also the first time that my unsettling words has actually worked, and they've had to detract it from the saving throw.
That was brilliant.
That's also that's a really good ability as well. Like I keep forgetting that you have it, and then whenever you use it, it's like, oh shit, that's really good.
If Kirik is after
amazing.
me, I'll probably, unless I use steady aim, then I can't use it. I will probably use it because I know Kirik's going to chuck a saving throw out there at some point.
Yeah.
Or if they've already got a condition on them, it's worth doing it so they can keep the condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's another interesting one. I have yet to use Hex, and I want to use it. And that will be used soon.
You can also use that before you cast slow.
Yes.
No, but it's before it goes away before my next turn. So if I do unsettling words,
you can do unsettling words as a bonus action, can't you?
You can do unsettling words first.
You can do unsettling words and then your action.
What a twat! Why haven't I done that every time?
Doesn't matter.
No matter, you learn it now.
I've been doing.
Because
now you know
D&D is a learning experience.
Yeah, no, I totally get you.
Yeah,
the thing is, I've only really started to learn that I can do it earlier in the fact that I've got the fainting attack. So I have to do a bonus action first. I have
my
to.
bonus action for steady aim. I have to do that first.
Yes.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
It's one of those things where... Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it's unfortunate kind of like naming. Because the idea of, like, if you name it bonus action,
it's like it's an afterthought.
Sounds like,
yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like,
I'm glad you spelled that out to me because next week, watch yourself. Unsettling words coming at you.
No, that's a really good combo because it's what, a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a D8 now.
You could knock someone with a really high save against it, and they would fail. You know, you have the ability to potentially do that.
Although when I rolled my 2d8s, I got a 1 and a 2. I think I did a 1.
Well, yeah, okay, but average is 4. That's what you got to think about.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
A -4 on average to them is intense.
I need a spell for that. I need a spell to do that. So
Yes. Yeah. True.
I haven't cast in a while. Haven't cast that in a while. That's the thing about getting like 5th and 6th level spell slots. You're like, oh yeah, I've got 1st level spell. Okay. Yeah. Sanctuary is pretty good. I think that's the one I've been using most. All that.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it wasn't a bad thing to actually use Armor of Agathis because obviously it did give me those 10 hit points. I've got to remember to enable that, cast that before going into combat more often. As I only have 2 spell slots, I suppose I've got to be sparing between Armor of Agathis and Hex. Don't think I'm going to use much else. I mean, I could have used Mirror Image then. That would have been interesting. Because then I would have the chance of not being hit at all. Now, that's a very interesting one. Whether Mirror Image means it misses me and hits another one means that I would also get my riposte reaction. That would be a very interesting ruling. Because it does mean that it misses me.
It's technically another target. So
it's another target, no. Riposte is anyone just misses me. So even if they were like, oh, it's a 22 to hit, but I roll this and it means it misses and it hits one of my targets, it means it misses me. Therefore, potentially that is a reaction riposte. So
mate,
that's
fair,
awesome.
Though, I got rid of
the image of that.
Yeah,
it wasn't working. But for you, who actually gets up in people's faces, Mirror Image is a great show.
So yeah, I mean, if you imagine, like they swipe at one of my images as I stab them from beside them. That's such a cool image,
Visually, that is amazing.
That's like Echo Knight shit.
Yeah, that's Loki sort of. Oh, I wasn't here. Stab. You know.
Yeah.
That would be good fun. There's me saying that I've only really got 2 spells I would use with my 2 spell slots. Well, fuck, that's just changed everything.
And then
Depends on the situation, really.
It does.
Attack as well at the same time.
And do you know what? I could have had Armor of Agathis up, and I could have had, Mirror Image up, because Mirror Image is not even concentration.
Neither of them are concentration.
Instantaneous, isn't it? They're both.
Bugger me, that's amazing.
Yeah. Only Hex is concentration out of the ones he said.
I could. Oh, so yeah, of course I can't cast all 3 of those because I only got 2 spell slots. Otherwise, I'd be able to have all 3 of them. That would just be too much. That's why they give the Warlocks 2 spell slots. Yep. I see. Yeah.
I think you should actually bust out Mirror Image at some point.
Oh yeah, I think I should. You've got to remind me of that. I think I should bust that one out. I've got to do that before the fight, though. I'm not losing a whole action to that. Maybe an action surge, maybe. Maybe that's where I should start using my action surge, because often I find that I miss on an action surge. Maybe I should just leave it for, let's just cast a spell in it.
Action surge with Hex, though.
Action surge with Hex, because Hex is with every attack, isn't it? So that's a 1d6 on every attack. Yeah. Maybe I've got to get Hex in, yeah.
Yeah.
Add Holy Weapon to that.
Oh, no, sorry, it's a bonus action. Sorry.
Hex is a bonus action, yeah.
Bonus action.
It's a bonus action spell.
Yeah.
So bonus action, attack, action surge, attack, give me a bit of haste, and we are mental. Can we do a bit of Hex and Holy Weapon at the same
dragons
time?
on your head.
Yeah.
If you can do Holy Weapon against Zapanir, surely that's going to do some damage because she's undead.
We don't know. We have no idea. I have no idea what she is.
Do I need to consider thinking about reattuning to stuff? Because I've got a flame tongue scimitar and a dancing rapier. With all of the icy shit knocking about, a flame tongue rapier might help. But then again, I don't want to get close to anyone.
That's the thing, isn't it? Like, you're in an interesting position where, like, you've got loads of melee stuff, but really you're kind of now built to be a ranged kind of guy. So yeah, it's an interesting.
The dancing rapier helps with that because I can still use that from far away whilst shooting them with bows and arrows because it attacks with a bonus action. So it's kind of like your spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Yep.
That would be an interesting one. Yeah.
I've currently got Ring of Counterspell, my awakened suit, and my studded armor of acid resistance.
The only thing I'm concerned about your Ring of Counterspell is the fact that you usually put yourself a good 60 foot away from the fight, and it's probably got a 30-foot range.
I think it's
Let me check.
I think it would be the spell itself.
It's got a 60-foot range.
Yeah.
60-foot range.
60-foot range. Okay, well, that's something to bear in mind. Stay within 60 feet of the general area of the stuff then. But there are going to be some times you're not going to be near them, so...
I need to be within 60 feet because most of my spells are, apart from slow, which is 120 feet, most of them are about 60 feet.
Yeah.
Slow's ridiculous as a spell.
Yeah. Slow on spellcasters is the most annoying thing. Oh, you cast a spell, do you? Nope, not yet.
Taking 2 turns to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saucer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But
it might be a case of like, just depending on the situation. Now, I can see an application for the flame tongue rapier, for example, in here.
Yeah.
Particularly.
Yeah.
Stuff
and also
even stuff like, oh, we can't light a fire. It's like.
Yeah.
And
do you think I need to? Well, I would also need to attune to that necrotic longsword from the Cooper, I'd imagine as well.
Necrotic longswords, we've got a bad history with them.
Unfortunately, I don't think that I'd see Dargon attuning to that.
No.
Even if it was really good weapon, I think we're going to really struggle with it. It doesn't fit.
Does it mean Kirik? He's all about necrotic damage. Is it Kirik's bag?
Yeah, I mean, Kirik can do it just to know what it does. And also, assuming it's something like a wisdom saving throw, if it's like cursed or anything.
Sorry, I would also point out that we are
gamble.
assuming it is this sword. What else did
Yeah.
you nick that has just been passed by that was like a circlet or a ring or a random
To be fair,
piece from
though,
a bedpost
I took-
that is actually going to blow up the world and we haven't noticed yet?
I took a silver box with a silver dragon on it, which I haven't opened yet. I took.
That's
a
what he
leather-
said that to be careful with. I think that's what it is.
I took a leather container pouch from the druid's room, from the blunder's room. Haven't opened that yet.
That was spell
Tracks.
components, I
I-
think, though.
There's also 7 spell scrolls. We don't know what they are. One of them could be catastrophic.
Meteor Swarm. Just a Meteor Swarm scroll.
What's the one which is
It could be
10,
power
10,
kill, you
10
never know.
foot cubes? Or is it Flame Strike or something?
That's Maelstrom,
No,
I think.
that's,
No,
no,
it's the
not
Druid
Maelstrom.
one. It's the Druid one. What am I thinking of?
it's
Firestorm.
Firestorm. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. That's just insane.
I think I get that.
Oh my god. But yeah. Okay, thinking of what you just said, Danny, I think that we all assumed it was the sword, because that's what we've been talking about. I think it's the Platinum Dragon box, because either it's sentimental to him, or it's very powerful, but that is the one thing you took from the Cooper's place that I think he would go, be careful with it.
Alright, I'll open it over breakfast then, see what it is.
Sounds like a fucking brilliant idea.
Sounds perfect. Sounds very Andy.
It's probably just got like his mother's teeth in it or something.
I was going to say, it could be utterly
And it's just
mundane to us, but
sentimental.
he just goes, be careful with it, like, you have literally just taken my mother's ass, just be careful with it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, because we assumed it was foreboding, be careful. It might just be, bring me it back because it's sentimental.
Yeah. That's cut crystal, you know? Careful of it, alright?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Cut
passed
Bristol,
down from
that's another one.
generations to
Cut crystal,
generations.
yeah.
What's the Eye of Vecna doing in a box? I don't understand.
What's the hand effect now doing?
Just has this eye here.
What you fucking looking at?
Also, my god, I remember doing last week that Kirik has a deck of many things.
Oh,
Now,
no.
Kirik would never use it. Samau is like so giddy to use it. Like, so giddy, it's
because
actually
you
ridiculous.
possess them. Oh, you mean stitch somebody up with them, or you just pull out some cards yourself?
No, I just want to pull out cards, man.
Do it. Do it. Do you know what I might
Honestly,
do?
right, no.
I
Go on.
might use suggestion and get you to do it next week.
No, I think I've got it. When shit
That is
goes
an
south
that-
in Zapanir's
that
fight,
is- yeah, but that is like unapologetically a great idea, like, or could be anyway. It's like, oh yeah, just take the deck. It's fine. Just take 5 cards from it.
if shit is going
That
south
is,
in Zapanir's fight, and we go, what the fuck are we gonna do? We are either gonna end the campaign wonderfully, or finish the Zapanir fight if you pull a card right.
Do you know what I'd do? I'd get the rest of the deck of cards and just go, shh, and then all 52 of them are just. And I'd have to do it for all.
There's only 13.
There's only 13, and none of.
If I've already took 4, does that mean there's only 9 left?
No, they reappear once you pull them.
Or 4 different ones.
I think some of them reappear. Others
Or
might
the
just.
same
of
ones
them,
reappear.
most of them reappear. There's only a few that don't.
The wishes card, I don't
So
think reappears.
Oh, you're not
I
gonna
think
get
that
wish
one
again, are you?
goes. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise it'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, man, but
I love that one.
There's 13 cards, and you managed to just pull all the good ones. That is,
Oh,
I
oh,
pulled one bad one because all my stuff
one
disappeared.
one
The
was
rest were
bad,
good.
yeah. But
Oh, did you lose all your
Jesus.
stuff?
Oh
did you
yeah.
not know?
I was gonna say, oh, have you still got your Dragon Slayer swords? I was like, whoops.
Oops. We don't
I
talk
should have
about
bought one, shouldn't I?
Oh, no, sorry, I tell a lie. The opposite. Once the card is drawn, it fades from existence. So
that. Wow,
Well,
so
mine.
it's even even worse odds now.
Yeah, because I've took all
Yeah.
the good ones.
Yeah.
Can I do a bit of inventory admin? Do I still have the sending stones? Because it's in my inventory list.
Right, let's just double check with that one
Yeah, I
because
thought they were given to you.
I think you do, yeah.
I had one, and we gave the
Swift
other
had
one
one.
to Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that
So
you
did you-
don't have it. We collectively have one, and Swift has one.
Did she give it us back?
No, 100% no. We can talk to her through that.
Right, so you've got it then.
So I've got it. We can talk to her and say, "How you doing? Are you now down near River's End soon?" So,
Have you got
I
it in
also
your
have a-
equipment list then?
oh, it's in mine. Yeah.
I'll take it out.
I
Mine
also
then.
have a
It's
sending
gone.
stone, but it is for someone else, which I can't remember who it is.
Yes, that's.
You've got your
one.
candles, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, but you've also
I have
got
the
another one.
candles as
Someone
well.
gave you one, didn't they?
I should really use the candles as well. We should check back on fucking
4 candles?
Who's
the
got
candles,
it?
the sending candles, basically.
Yeah.
The
No, you
other.
got that. 4 candles.
I got it.
No.
I
You
got
missed
it.
the 4
Yeah.
candles. Joe. Yeah. 4 candles. Candles for folks.
Have you tried this Xbox 360?
So who's got the candle? Is it River's End?
River's End has got the other
yes,
candle.
Yes, it is. It
So
is.
the interesting thing is, we probably need to tell
Lena-
River's
Lena's the
End.
one.
Yeah, we need to tell them that shit's gone south in Moonbright. That we're sending someone. I
Captain
thought
Swift's
you
coming.
already had sent a letter like that, but maybe I'm saying that what we thought we did. The other thing is to probably try and get
Do you
some
know the
sort.
last time I sent a? Do you know the last time I sent a letter to Lena? It was when we came back from the teleportation circle.
Oh shit!
When I got Mage Blight.
Yep. That was the last time I did it.
So to
I'll
us
tell
that
you what,
again
I'll tell you
to
what.
us that was 10 days. To them it's 7 months. You know, it's
So we
She might not
literally
even be
leave
empowered
communication. We leave communication devices with people and never fucking speak to them.
we literally burn a phone everyone and then just forget the number.
We literally ghost everybody.
Now
we
that
are
is a joke.
we are fuckboys. We are Nyland fuckboys.
Yeah, we are. We just give numbers and then just forget. Who do I have this in? Is it Johannes? No, it's not.
Grelin?
No, it's the other.
Was it
It's the
Grelin?
other. Yeah, the other dude that serves the Raven Queen. Who is it?
Oh,
He was
yeah,
gonna-
Nathan.
Oh, Nathan.
Yes. That's the one.
Ah,
Matt,
right.
Because he
there's
was
too many
going-
characters for us to keep track of here. Can you knock them down a bit?
No, don't, because
'Cause he
he's
was
going to kill him
coming-
off. Jesus.
He was going to what was it?
Yeah,
Just
what was he
backpack
doing?
or whatever. He was just going on holiday, right?
Yeah.
So he's
Something
having a
like
gap year.
that. Yeah, something of the like, and then it's like, oh, here's the sending something.
That
In case
was-
anything goes wrong, it's like
That was
Okay.
before Moonbright.
that was before Moonbright, to be fair. Yeah, a different
so-
time.
always-
when-
Yeah, so, right, interestingly, so if we could find a way, and again, I know that the Malt Masters may need to take up some of the slack on this, right? I was just thinking, right, Moonbright had a mine. I wonder whether that's been taken over as well. I'm guessing so, because it was just outside. Seameat was not too far away, possibly warn them the fact that there's, to sort of barricade yourself. Mantineer and wherever the place that we keep going in Halloween needs to be warned about, just don't, for the love of God, to go south. And then hopefully the forest and wherever the orcs are far enough away to stay the fuck away. But I was just trying to think of anywhere else that would basically, like, for the love of God, don't go near Moonbright. But again, it's just going to be that we get to somewhere and it might be overrun. Like, if we go back to Mantineer or back via Mantineer, maybe it's actually already fighting whatever the hell just came out of hell.
They call it a mine.
A mine!
Where does that mine lead? Do all the mines link together? Have the dark grey dwarfs, I forgot what they're called, Durgar,
Duragar.
Duragar, yeah.
have they literally got an underground tunnel system underneath the whole of Nylon?
I am just Well, sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. I'm just waiting for the first mind flare to show its ugly fucking face.
I was literally.
As soon as you said Duragar, I'm like, you're gonna have the fucking mind flares there, and I'm sorry, but Dargon is fucked. Right?
I think we all are. We all have shit intelligence. Like, we are absolutely fucked if we meet a
dunno.
mind
Oh
flare.
shit! Yeah.
My intelligence
In fact,
save is +6.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. How do you have an intelligence +6?
Because when I
of you.
wanted to be an arcane trickster, it recommends you have dexterity then intelligence as your 2 highest scores.
Yeah.
So I bumped up my intelligence for that reason.
right.
But then not realising the amount of wisdom checks and saves I'd have to do throughout the rest of my D&D life.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I've got a +1 on my intelligence. I'm a 12. So, yeah,
0 for me.
yeah. So,
Bothric
mind
can't be
flares.
the most intelligent out of the lot of you.
No, I think we've established this. I think Dargon is the. I think Dargon.
I think I was. I think I was, but
What is your intelligence?
Bothric's got
I'm
an
11.
15. 15 for my intelligence.
Oh, there you go.
Yours is
Anders
15.
the
Holy
intelligent one.
shit.
I'm sure I was at one point. But I think with the training and stuff that you've done, Ander, I think you've shot up.
Ander is one of them very clever people without common sense, so he's not got any wisdom.
Yeah, but I'm the same.
Yeah.
I've got I'm a +1 on intelligence and a +0 on wisdom. I'm a flat 10 on wisdom.
Plus, also what's bumped it up a bit, now I'm a scout rogue, and I get a big bump to my nature stuff. That's intelligence.
That's awesome.
Can I also point out that as we start the long rest next week, please, for the love of God, read your fucking books.
Mate, I'm already asleep.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you're gone. You're gone. Yeah.
I'll just be happy to get down to
Just realised
exhaustion level
Bothric's
1.
wise as
this
fuck.
It's a druid.
What's it? Yeah, what's his wisdom
Druid,
score?
man.
Bothric's got a wisdom of 14.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell! Nice.
Yeah, druids are meant to be wise as well.
I mean, to be fair, I'm full on Goliath. My con and my strength are the highest. So
It's almost like you're a fighter.
almost. Yeah. And then I rolled bullshit on that strength save to try and open the cage. I rolled a 3. I was like,
And then,
brilliant.
and then
I
Ander
actually
is
think-
dexterity and charisma. The highest stats.
Dexterity, charisma, followed by intelligence. And I think that actually works if you think about it. So he's clever in terms of coming up with all of these harebrained schemes that don't seem to pan out. And then try and have the charisma, but the bravado and charisma to try and pull them off. So that it does kind of work, doesn't it?
Does it?
He's oh Christ. He's Watson
you gotta
from
have the
Only
intelligence to
Fools and
come up with
Horses.
the con.
He's no, he's not Rodney. He's the other one.
Marlene?
Yeah,
Him.
yeah.
Definitely not Trigger.
Not Trigger. The main one.
Oisey.
Oh, for fuck's sake! This is madness. What is wrong with my brain today? 3
reckon
solid
they're
weeks of
wrong,
work.
man.
That's what it is.
Do you mean Del Boy? Not
Del
Boy,
Boy.
not Rodney. Fucking hell, you was thinking of Del Boy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Brilliant ideas never come together. Charisma to get himself out of it.
Yeah.
Sounds like
It
Ander.
does work out, actually.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, you are
why
Del
would
Boy.
Rogue not be, why would a con man type rogue not be intelligent, actually? It does make sense.
Yeah, you do need to have some
But then in
intelligence there.
theory, you'd argue I'd have to have more wisdom to have more insight into the person, I suppose. But then
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if I can just
You just-
persuade them anyway.
Yeah, you just believe that you do a good job. You're just that good.
Well,
Just that
pal.
good.
Literal
Andrew would be
gift
a
of the
good
gab.
Green
You
Lantern.
can talk yourself
good
into the
Green
place,
Lantern.
even though you're not that, sharp as a,
Yeah.
Sharp as tool. So that makes sense.
Oh yeah, but as soon as we started like, oh yeah, tunnels going down, I'm like, oh no.
That's a good shout though about Zapanir being buried under there, like because that's how we found her. She's obviously that's where she's comfortable.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
And why
We're
would she
still,
not have the Derringer working for her?
yeah, I was just thinking that we're still at the top of the
It could be.
mountain. I was sort of hoping that we would go into a tunnel, a cave in the top, come out near the bottom, absolutely fine, not go any lower. But I suppose there's a risk of not knowing where we're going, and therefore. But again, maybe it doesn't matter that. Maybe it's regardless of that. If you're in a mountain, deep underground, above ground, relatively, you're actually still in Duragar territory. Maybe. I don't know. So
we've not even touched on the fact that what the hell is Remley and Gurdis or whatever?
Oh, what is Gindris? What is he? Is he a fucking librarian?
Why would a dwarf
Gindris
offer his protection services to an elf?
And I'm so pissed that
half elf.
Yeah,
a half elf.
Ever since I redid my computer, I haven't yet resynced my OneNote notes, so I don't currently have the names of the kings. But I'm like, clearly, there's either connection with one of these two, or what we haven't thought about is the fact of the there's been 3 different areas that also mean that the 3 different brothers, probably, very likely now, weren't even the same race.
Well,
so we've had a dwarf king. You know,
no,
we've had a
dwarf one. There's a horned one, a fey one, with like twigs on its head, and then the other one is
human.
Oh fuck! That's gonna bug me now. I can't remember what the other one is.
Anders is human. The other one is probably an elf.
So that's why maybe this half elf. This half elf must be the connection. But this is the point I don't get. Shiverspire was one of the main, the centres of one of the kingdoms, and it was run by dwarfs. And you're telling me that there wasn't a dwarf king. So what's the connection? Why?
You missed a vital clue.
Quite probably. It's pretty much what you say every M.
No. There was. I don't say it very often, actually. It's very few times you guys miss stuff, but particularly in that line of conversation, there's something specific you have missed.
Because what was Shiverspire like before? Was it just a city? Was it like a giant cave system? What was it? Do we know?
Are you asking me, or
no? I'm asking.
You don't know in game.
Dwarven Kingdom. In my head, it was.
We don't know in game. Okay. Because I'm thinking if it's like an outpost or like a library or something like that, then it kind of would make sense that they would just deploy dwarves to protect it, I guess.
I don't think one of the brother kings is a dwarf.
So there was something that Renly said about his name or his clan or his,
Last of his name.
Last of his name, or there's certainly no more of our clan or something along those lines. That maybe that hint that he was maybe protecting them, or I don't know. We've got to go back and listen to that bit. I think that was the crucial bit, and I could be wrong.
Yep. So one of the kings, I've just found the Hero Forge minis Matt sent us. One of them's a human, obviously my relative. The other one looks like a tiefling devil because he's got red skin, because that started the theory that he is the patron. And then the other one is an elf-looking creature covered in leaves riding a wolf, like a fey type, Eladrin-y type looking thing.
Okay, that's interesting, because then if that's the case, then I would have assumed that was the Phaliad kingdom. So the one we're thinking about is the human / maybe half-elf one. And that's why
That wouldn't be a half elf though, because I'm not. Anyway, I'm just fake touch because I asked that question of the dryad when we were shagging.
And which one? And which one did we think that you were the descendant of? Shiverspire? I thought it was Shiverspire.
No, I think it's the one in the lake, wasn't it?
That's the main one, and I think that we're talking about Shiverspire being
Lake Esamir.
Yeah,
the sunken city.
I don't think that's any one of the three kingdoms. I think that's another bit. That's a prior to this. I think that's like the main city before it got split into three. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong.
And that's where we think we're going. We think we're going to Shiverspire as that one, because the other one had the Black City, and then the other one had Phaliad.
Black City, Phaliad, and Shiverspire. They're the three main splits in the kingdom. And you had Fey, Celestial, which is an interesting one if it was going up here, and the well, there's the heavens. Sorry, There's the heavens, the hells, and the Fae. They were the
But is
three.
it the heavens because it's literally near to heaven in the mountains, rather than it actually being celestial type? Also, what's the clue we've missed then? So he's a half elf with long white hair, grey eyes.
Old.
Doesn't look like
Old.
Doesn't look like the elves.
Clue was not necessarily about
I think it's
Skinless or
Renly.
Remley, more about Shiverspire.
Oh. And yeah, it's just so weird. Like I've known all along, and I think I've said it in a couple of Malt, Magic and Moors. We know those three kingdoms. We know also that this is probably not where a prophecy is, but we're going there anyway. And yet we don't know where the rest of the prophecy is, and we don't know where it's going to complete, as you said, the metaphorical key. We have heard nothing else that I'm aware of, unless for some reason it's in Moonbright. I can't or Mantineer, because we could have gone there, but I don't know where the rest of the prophecy is. And the other question I was going to ask, pretty much as a meta question, and that was, can we do either legend lore or sending to the seer? Where the fuck are we going? You know.
I think I have a what's it called? Not Child Divinity, the other one. The spell that I used to ask questions to the Raven Queen. No, something else. I can't remember what it's called. Communion. That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Communion. I've got that to cast next week. So I want to do.
Cool.
So my
It's
notes
just a
on
couple-
Chipspire to
couple
try and figure out
questions.
this clue. It's full of Duragar, or whatever they are, the Dark Dwarves.
The other hint,
It's-
obviously, that was given was
might be other
whatever
creatures
else the Durigar and their masters. I can't
Serve.
remember the way that Matt said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and whoever
the
else
Dwarves
they
of
serve.
Zharn- The Dwarves of Zharn are long gone.
Yeah, but we knew about the
Dwarves of
we knew about the Pass of
You know
Zharn.
about Pass of Zharn, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a portal.
To the Underdark. What's similar to how like there is on Isle of the Dead.
We had
Yeah,
the Isle of the
Isle
Dead,
of the
we had
Dead.
Failure Forest, and we've had this one. So yeah,
And we assume that there's one in the Dark City.
yeah. That
Grelin
massive
didn't tell
curve.
us there's a door there, did he? Being a Horizon Walker,
We didn't ask him.
he didn't know of any to the north, did he?
I don't
think
know.
We did ask him.
Did we ask him? I don't remember that.
I think we did.
Matt knows
Yes.
whether we did or didn't.
Can cast tending to him.
Ask him if he knows of a
Grelin
door.
told you where he was planning to go, so
Cock it.
I think I wanted to ask Grelin.
Oh.
Yeah, I
He was
think
going down, wasn't he?
That's what she said.
We'll have to watch back the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
I think
just
it's a
killed them.
portal.
Killed them off.
And I think-
there was a aberration in
I
Danny's
think-
room there. I think that he just killed.
I think there's
Let's kill
something
them
about
off.
these. There's something about these portals.
Sorry to anyone who's
So-
offended by me killing them off.
Well, I think on that note,
On
with
that
us
note.
all, not knowing the hell what we and that is actually going to be really lead up to, I think, a very useful few things that we're going to do in the
Situation normal. We don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know anything. Situation.
We don't know anything.
Well,
We've talked for 50
can
minutes
we
and we
all
haven't got a
remember this?
frigging clue.
Can we all remember this for next week? Because we're not going to do any of this. We are not going to cast sending or talk to anybody at all.
I was about to say, let's just after the show, just write everything down as to what we want to do and then ignore it for the next week.
It's almost
Yeah.
as if
Spend
we
10
could
minutes
watch it
after
back.
every session writing down stuff. So.
Yeah.
Right then, let's close off. So let's try and find the right buttons. Here we go. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in for our lovely Wednesday night chat of our Nylin wander as we're going through. I hope you've enjoyed tonight, and I hope you enjoy our campaign on a Monday night on Twitch. If you're following us or viewing after the fact on YouTube, or maybe even maybe eventually we'll try and get the Malt Magic and Moors up on the podcast. We haven't managed to do it yet, but let's hope we can at some point. Follow us on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube. I do hope you have enjoyed tonight and enjoy our campaign. We will see you next week.